Hello everyone, so welcome back. So yesterday we have talked about controlling our personal information. And in today's lesson we're going to talk about how to protect them, to protect our personal information. So it is extremely important that you guard your personal information. It is very important. So the first thing is your social security number, your SSN, your social security number. Remember, this number is unique to you, but it is really important. You might need it to open your bank account, to get your money out of your bank. So if you give this number to anyone, then they would just steal it and get your money out of your bank account. So that's not good. So remember, only give this number when it is really necessary. It is really necessary. Like you go to bank and get money, then you just need at that time. You don't just say that you go to the dentist and he said, I need your social security number. And he was like, and you just gave him your social security number without thinking. So that's not good, because dentist doesn't have anything to do with your social security number. So remember, we only give this number when it is necessary. You don't want to give them away, like just going to a dentist and you just gave him your social security numbers. Only give this number when it is really necessary, when it is important. If not, then keep it as a secret. Next is your password. So, monitoring your account daily, consider you. So, when you were going like your email and stuff, you might need your password to maybe log into your email account or log into a new web. You might need a password of your email account. And maybe in your email account, there's a lot of important stuff. And when you create an email account, you also create a password for them too. So you would just. So when you're creating a password, it have to use strong password. So what is strong password? We're not just gonna write a password you just write like my pony 123, and people just gonna find out really quickly. So you have to use a strong password. So a strong password would include both uppercase and lowercase letter. Like you write your name, but it's gonna be like a lowercase and uppercase letter name. Next, you're gonna need your numbers. A number, like any kind of number, maybe your lucky number or anything. Then you also have to add a special character. A special character is like an exclamation point, the question mark, the A symbol, the dollar symbol, the percent symbol, all the symbol that is on your keyboard. You can see some special of them. Not all of them. You can just choose one or two of the symbol. Yeah. Next, also you have different password for each account. Why I would say this? Because remember, let's say you have 12 accounts and you use the same password for 12 whole accounts. Then you just write a very easy password. You write my pony 123, and you apply them for all your whole 12 account. And what's gonna happen when people can know one password of yours, they know all your 12 account password, and they can log all of them in. Not a good idea, isn't it? So that's why you have to need a different password for each account. if you're the person who can't remember it very well, you could just pick up a piece of paper, a very special notebook of yours, like your diary. No one can touch them. You write all your safe password on a piece of paper, or you're on that or on that notebook. And then you keep it in a safe place that you know, and no one else can like have it. If you don't write them on a piece of paper, you can always open it up again, because you see, you have your email addresses, you know your number, you know your phone number and stuff, so you can always conquer the password again and type it again. So it is really important to protect your personal information. You don't want them to go out in the social media, to go to social media and everybody join in and take all your money and stuff. So remember, it is really important to give out your social security number as infrequently as possible. Infrequently, okay? And also to have strong password and not to tell anyone about that. The last thing I want to tell you is to monitor your account daily. So consider using a website where you can all keep your account in one system, such as mint.com. I don't use mint.com, but I have searched on the internet and there's stuff like that. And for me, I use my email account. I always open it up to check every day if there's any new email. My teacher give me some new homework, so I would just on that. And also at the same time, I also check if there's anyone who log into my account. Like I was just using YouTube, and that's where I get money, and then some person just go in and log into my account on YouTube, and then the email account of mine, I use it on that YouTube. It would like tell me that you have used it. Yeah, so that's why you need to protect your personal information. Now let's practice. Let's see, Jennifer have 12 accounts, so she can study. So let's start with an easy one first. Which is the best strategy to use if you want to protect your social security number? Well, I think I would always give it when it is only required. Very important. Give it only when it is required, only when you need them for open your bank or something. So here it is. Next one. Margaret opened a new account. What is she missing if she wants a strong password to protect her financial information? So here's the password: 123 and a load of special. Then there's a load of special character. Then there's letter XYZ. A load more special character. What is she missing? Of course, she's missing upper and lowercase letter. She's just writing uppercase letter. She have to have upper and lower cases. Next, so Jennifer decided to use different password in all her account. So will this provide the greatest security for financial information? Her friend think that it is, maybe she'll forget. Well, I think I'll go with Susie decided. Susie's decision is very, very clear. She decided to use the different password in all her accounts. So, let's say she have 12 accounts and she used different password in all of them. And yeah, she used different password in all her accounts, and she still have chances. She maybe some of the person log into one of her account, but she still have there 11 more chances that the robber cannot go into another of her account. So this will provide her the greatest security for her financial information than her friend did, because if she had the same password, she'll lose her password and someone could have access to all of her account. Okay, last question. How often do you monitor your account in order to protect against fraud? Daily, monthly, weekly? I will check daily, because I mean, like, you can always check every day, and some website might told you who have been joining in today. Like, just when I went on my Facebook and I log in using my email account, it will just told me on that email account that who have logged in into Facebook or anything. Or I log into my email account in another devices that have never gone, but like never logged in before, it would also told me. But if someone else log into my email account in another devices that I don't know and I've never logged in before, it also told me. And then I could change my password as fast as possible. So it is important to monitor your account daily. And thank you for coming. I think you're quite sure how to protect your personal information, such as your social security number, and also to create a very strong password.